Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I want to first acknowledge that we're on traditional territory of Treaty 3. As we're all members of this treaty, those of us in particular who live, work, and grow with our families and enjoy this region of the great northwestern Ontario, I want to extend the best wishes to all as we celebrate this year, 150 years of the signing of the treaty. Miigwech. Jay, and all of those who've gathered for this milestone event in Kenora, I'm truly sorry that I'm not able to join you in person today. As life's challenges sometimes get in the way, I hope you will understand that I would have been with you today if I didn't need to be taking care of some personal family matters. A heartfelt welcome to Kenora's first ever Recovery Day by the Empower2Recover Foundation and hosted at 7 Generations Institute. Today is an opportunity to raise awareness and reduce stigma around mental health and addiction, to increase community support, and to give a voice to people with lived experience to share their stories. Many of you may or may not know that I have been at the heart of many matters dealing with mental health and addictions. An earlier career of mine as a frontline nurse and serving in many of our isolated First Nation communities and other rural communities across Ontario. Facing the realities of mental health and addictions just goes with that station in life. You most likely do not realize that, unfortunately, like many of you, I have borne witness to the impact of addiction on the recent loss of my younger brother, who died of a fentanyl overdose a year and a half ago. The hurt runs deep through the family as we all live through these tragic events, the years leading up to my own little brother's eventual death due to an overdose. So Jay and everyone here today, I see the conversations at this important event as another step towards recovery in our community, another step towards better supporting those in their time of need, and making a real difference in recovery and care for one another, no matter what their circumstances of life might be. I also want to reassure you that as the Member of Provincial Parliament for Kenora Rainy River, along with my ministerial duties in Northern Development and Indigenous Affairs, that our government under Premier Ford remains committed to making a difference on this pathway to a healthier community, where individuals rise to the opportunity of recovery. Over the past few years, a number of critical initiatives have been undertaken by our government to make a difference in our broader community. The shelter at Knox Church was shut down until a better solution and more wraparound meaningful support could be put in place, which is now the case. A bail beds facility was built and opened to support those in transition through the justice system. An innovative justice center was opened with and for the Kenora community, which holds individuals accountable for their offenses while providing community-led supports through healthcare, education, housing, and other social and mental health service providers. Wraparound programs to be delivered by specialized teams that include Indigenous-led organizations and other mental health and addiction counselors. A number of other supports have been provided to the Canadian Mental Health Association for mental health and justice supportive housing, in addition to the mobile crisis services with supports. Funding has also been provided to the Kenora Chiefs Advisory Program for addiction and withdrawal management for safe bed clients. Support for the Kenora District Services Board for social services, the Matheson Street Modular Housing to help transition those committed to looking for a new start. Funding for the Homelessness Prevention Program through Kenora District Services Board. Cultural support for the Kenora Chiefs Advisory and multi-year funding for the Muckwa Street Patrol. Support for iGaming addiction programs. A new addictions recovery fund for the Kenora Chiefs Advisory. Support for the Bug Lake Recovery Project that will prepare those returning to society after serving time in jail through a land-based program. The Kenora Youth Wellness Hub at the former Strecker Farm property is supporting innovative programming for youth battling and recovering from their mental health and addiction challenges. Indigenous supportive housing through the Ontario Aboriginal Housing Services. Support for the City of Kenora Safe Restart program in meeting needs of public transit. Firefly Northwest for community-based rehabilitation services and local approaches trumpeted by my colleague Michael Tabillo, the Associate Minister of Mental Health and Addictions, who has met with you, Jay, and many other local agencies on visits to the region. Support for the Kenora Association for Community Living, one-time rent supplements for funding, Changes Recovery Homes, funding in support of men in transition on their path back to lives in our community, an investment in women's shelters and support in their time of need, Lake of the Woods District Hospital nurse practitioner and detox services at the Morning Star facility on Matheson Street, the Kenora Jail Expansion Project with programming that will be an innovative approach in preparing inmates for their life and transition back to the community upon the end of their sentences. All this said, folks, demonstrates that there are plenty of resources and support available to our community. Some will be onboarding soon, like the 30-bed mental health and addictions facility. These are all examples of the kind of support for agencies, services, and programs we are providing as a provincial government to support your efforts here in the community. Many leaders in the region, both medical, elected, and private operators, have agreed that it is not a matter of shortage in resources. It is an alignment of the priorities and the opportunity to provide effective wraparound services focused on recovery. Jay, your passion to deliver on recovery is commendable. It's part of the overall need on a path to better health and to end addiction. I remain committed to continuing to assist on this path forward towards a better and more aligned model that achieves recovery. So thanks to you, Jay Barnard, the recovery coach behind Empower2Recover, for putting on today's event and all the work you do, folks gathered there today to support those in our community each and every day. I look forward to continuing the conversation and wish you a day full of learning, of dialogue, engagement, and developing a plan of action for tomorrow. Thank you, and miigwech.